Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Glaive Hoyo is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. The lashings for Genshin Impact on its version 6.6 disaster, it appears it is not even close to ending. Because apparently, on top of the laziest patch ever, Genshin dropped the laziest event ever. And this one is going crazy. Just a day ago, 57k views. So naturally, I feel like a lot of Genshin players have had the opportunity to actually play their update, see how dog it really is, and now they're coming over looking to see somebody sharing the exact sentiments that they have. So why don't we, without going through the struggle of actually playing a patch this bad, why don't we see how bad it actually is?
Genshin Impact hate is at an all-time high right now. It is not the usual internet banter either. The devs have prioritized aggressive, predatory monetization over player satisfaction for way too long. And
all you need to know that is the incredible trend of character kits, endgame scaling, shilling, all of that. Bro, the game is currently at probably the least player-friendly levels it's ever been, ever. Lunar, whatever, Lunar Crystallize, Lunar Bloom, Lunar Super, everything, Night Soul, all of that. Bro, it's too much.
It has caused a full-blown retaliation from a community that feels like they are being played. It is crazy, isn't it? We are the players, we should be the ones playing the game, not the other way around. It is like Saikuno playing with VTubers. Genshin Impact plays with their player base. I have covered this situation in detail before. It has been a few days since then, but unfortunately things are only getting worse.
I thought it was bad enough already that they were giving out like 60 polls, which is what they typically do, right? I was just more so happy to see that people were finally calling out just how greedy and bastardly the devs were operating. And I thought it was all because of the Cyberpunk collaboration. I think it's still because of that. But what else could there be? I thought we covered everything.
There is still no official response from the developers, and instead of talking to the community, they are busy banning people and silencing criticism by deleting reviews on the App Store. Some even caught them changing the star ratings. It is not looking good.
Most would say those are like bad signs. Yeah, most would say that's like the signs of like a shady company, but it's nothing surprising coming from Hoyoverse, so that should be a sign in itself.
Feels like all the pent-up frustration the players have had over the years is now just exploding. People have started talking about more things they are unhappy about in the game, and the most popular critique is about the events. So today we are going to cover that. If you want to see more content from me, feel free to smash the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon to keep up with my videos without wasting any more.
How much has he grown? Oh, he been growing like crazy since then. Ooh, Genshin Hate is back, ladies and gentlemen. Genshin Hate is back.
Of your time, let's just get right into it.
What is going on with the event? You can also bring back stuff you did in the past that the community liked. Like, that's fine. But I'm thinking about free-to-plays and also just people that play daily. Like, what are we gonna do? And where are we gonna get our reward?
Genshin has always had filler events, and I think most of the player base is used to that. But this event, Rapid Capture,
oh, okay, here we go.
feels like the developers have finally stopped trying to hide how much they legitimately just do not care. Because what the hell is this? You go to the quest point, you pick the character that you want to appear in the scene, and then you look at the objective there on the left side of the screen. Touch guiding lights. What does that mean? Yes, ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, the event is literally walking from point A to point B. And
sorry, let me just... I need to see the UI menu for this real fast. Why would you need trial characters for something like this? Like, no, so this is the thing. A trial character for what? This is a photo event. Why would you...
What does that mean? Yes, ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, the event is literally walking from point A to point B. And then the game says, challenge completed. Like we actually did anything. I don't understand. It's rewarding you for the bare minimum of human movement.
No, not even human movement. Human movement would involve like using your arms and legs. No, this is, can you press the W key and move your mouse? Like, that's... Can you move like a finger and like your wrist. That's what's being that's not even human movement. Bro, Stephen Hawking can do that. When he was alive, that's Stephen Hawking could do what they just, that's not, if Stephen Hawking could do it, you shouldn't consider that human movement because, like, that's the point. He's crippled.
And if you think that is bad, the other stages aren't much better. I am talking about the rhythm stages. Usually in a rhythm game, like literally any rhythm game, you follow the beats or the visual cues. So tell me, why do the dancers spam random directions every second? You never look in the direction the dancer is pointing to, and the rhythm also doesn't matter at all. So the quest objective that says, follow the movement rhythm, bolded in yellow by the way, yeah, you can just ignore that completely. You can just spam your skill off cooldown and eventually you will get it right. It feels like a quarter of a character showcase disguised as an actual event. Who even came up with this idea?
Wait, so it was just like, you're not even the one dancing, you're just like sitting there watching this person go like that, and then like that, and then you're using your ability at a random point? Wait, so like this motherfucker over here is like cosplaying the Ginyu Force, right? Bro is the Ginyu Force over here, and
off
like
cooldown.
You're just like sitting there not doing anything?
Skill off cooldown.
Wait, why is she using Shorekeeper's E? Anyways,
eventually
whatever.
You will get it right. It
What the fuck?
feels like a quarter of a character showcase.
This is literally like press one button.
Disguised as an actual event.
No, it's not even a character showcase. It's press one button.
Who even came up with this idea? Which intern made that shit up? And did they actually get the job? Because this is fantastic for Hoyo standards.
Now that I think about it, yeah, you know what? There's kind of no excuse for an event this bad being in the update. Because there's nothing in the update anyways. So at the very least, you could make the event not dog shit.
One post that blew up on Twitter called it the most damn event the game has ever seen. I mean, it's a pretty accurate way to describe being handed absolute trash and told to be grateful for it. And it gets way weirder when—
Wait, what did that say over here? Me when I'm ungrateful for the mint Dewey has given me for my 12-hour quest. Why is it in Chinese too?
And it gets way weirder when you actually look at what the game is doing. So the whole point of this event is that you are directing or recording your characters doing XYZ, and then at the end, they will show you the results. But when you look at the results and remember what you actually did while recording, the footage just doesn't match up. The final cuts the game shows you at the end are just pre-recorded clips. It doesn't matter if you timed your skill perfectly or if you were zigzagging while you were walking from point A to point B for fun, the game plays the exact same video back to you.
Wait, so like the event was literally... This is the purpose of this, was to film Sejun walking for 30 seconds.
It is a blatant lie. The whole event was designed to make you feel like you're participating in a creative process that doesn't actually exist. So the obvious question is, if the output is the same regardless of what you do, what is the point?
At this point, you could just make it a login event, you know? Like that is... Just making it a login event is legal.
Why bother and making us go through this absolute nothing burger events at all? Just send me the 420 Primo Gems through the mail and save everyone the required attendance and mental efforts. At this point, the event feels like the developers are afraid that if they don't give you these tiny, meaningless hoops to jump through, you will notice how dry the game has actually become.
I think that these dog shit events actually make it more obvious how dry the game has become, because you'll look back at your actual playtime during this update and that a majority of it was spent on meaningless, boring content, and probably the most memorable thing from this patch will be you walking around, spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe in this event, doing nothing. Guys, do you want to know what some of your most painful memories are probably from your childhood? It's when you got like sent to timeout, you got into trouble, and then you got sent to timeout and you couldn't do anything for a long time, right? And you were just like, man, that was a really traumatic time in my life. Bro, this feels like the Genshin players are in timeout, where it's like, yeah, we still need to like do the whole school day for this kid. Like, we still, like, need to, like, get stuff done. We still need to give them the primo gems, but how can we make it as miserable as possible for them? Yeah, this is like going to prison and then getting fed, like, meals there.
Guess what? It works! Because some people are defending this game mode. What do you mean Genshin has no events? Look at the update calendar. We have massive events like...
Just so you guys know, there's... It doesn't even look real.
Leyline Overflow, Rapid Capture, and Stygian Onslaught. If you're not satisfied, just quit the game. They don't realize that we are upset because the developers are prioritizing the metric of player time spent over the actual quality of that time. And
I think the worst part about this is that it's like a player time event, but they didn't even try. Like, the event literally feels like start the stage and then wait 2 minutes and then the rewards are yours. We just need to make sure that you are kind of playing for like 2 to 3 minutes. Then we'll give you the rewards. There's no actual gameplay in there. I feel like that's the part that's like so terrible.
I mean, look at the quality of the events I just showed you. Not much effort put into them, huh? But you know what? To give the benefit of the doubt, Rapid Capture wasn't the only event in the second half of the update, because that would be incredibly grim.
Okay, let's see it.
We have Where Waves Meet the Reef, which was apparently the flagship event of the 6.5 updates. This event has a fully written and voiced story, and fortunately, it is actually quite solid. It is nice to see that not everyone in the Hoyoverse HQ stopped trying. You get these charming bite-sized stories where the old characters like Diluc and Beidou actually cross paths with newer cast members like Nefer and Nefa and others. Diluc is still using his chopped as hell model, but we don't talk about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Diluc. His model is just outdated, you know? And Varka is literally right there, so what am I saying? Anyways, the story is exactly what fans have been waiting for.
Bro, who is making those edits? There's like 17,000 of these in the video. Bro, like, why is this shit in... Bro, like, I know for certain that's like Thai, isn't it? Bro's like putting a new fucking language on each one. Like, that is like Thai. That's like the Thai alphabet or some shit, right? What the fuck?
Don't get me wrong, I love Diluc. His model is just outdated, you know? And Varka is literally right there, so,
Nah, that shit's in Japanese.
What am I saying? Anyways, the story is exactly what fans have been waiting for. It wasn't something that was supposed to be...
That's Hindi? Okay, you know what? They share regional things, okay?
Too serious. It was
bro, a lot of shit looks similar around there, all right?
Really just
a lot of shit looks similar in Southeast Asia. Just get off my back.
Fun. Like, that is literally all it was. It makes the world feel more alive, and that is what's fun about it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, are you guys ready to see the Thai alphabet? Oh my god, I can't believe he would confuse Thai with Hindi! Oh no! Somebody go cancel him! He said Thai and Hindi! The alphabets look similar! Oh no!
When you have a game like Genshin that has already established its world in the long run, this kind of events just makes it more fun to see character interactions from various regions. This is that high quality filler that makes you care about the characters.
I think he's got a point. Definitely. But I think what would make these events even better is you could do this thing called press the skip button in case you don't actually give a fuck about these units. That would be the cream of the crop over here. That would be the thing that makes these 100%. But yeah, I think this is probably the best way to go when you want to have, like, filler events. Have it full of optional content that people can choose to engage with if they want to. Example of a filler event that I didn't engage with at all. You guys know that Wu-Wah quest where you had to go, like, talk to, like, Platya, the person from the Black Shores that, like, helps you find clues about Hiyuki? I skipped that shit. Yeah, no. I skipped that entire quest where they were like, the event, right, where they were like, ooh, find the whispers of the Lady Miko strewn around Star Torch Academy. And then all you did was walk around to a bunch of places. Yeah, I skipped all that shit. Yeah, I got it done in like 3 minutes.
There, so, what am I saying? Anyways.
So yeah, that's my viewpoint on these. Good for filler patches. Just as long as they're skippable, then it's perfect.
In the long run, this kind of events just makes it more fun to see character interactions from various regions. This is that high quality filler that makes you care about the characters. But unfortunately, that is where the praise ends. Because as soon as the yapping stops and the gameplay starts, the whole thing falls off like Mtash's career. That is because
Did he re-upload his videos? I need to go see. Did Mtash re-upload his YouTube videos? Or is he still sitting at 0? Oh, he like deleted some of them and then brought some of them back. Okay, so he like, yeah, okay, he deleted like some of them. Jeez! What happened? Well, you know for certain that like his video over here, oh my gosh. Damn, he just uploaded a whole thing 23 minutes ago. I'm too busy. I'm too busy, bro. I ain't watching that shit. But yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good, bro.
Because the mini games are dog water. We are back to yet another tower defense.
Oh my gosh, like I feel like I need to say anything else other than that.
Mini game, which would be fine if the community wasn't already suffering from massive fatigue with the game mode. This time, it feels a lot like Plants vs. Zombies from Temu. Some people still enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but a lot more are pretty tired of it. Like this post that blew up with over 14,000 likes.
I'm glad that even the Hoyoverse community is also just crashing out to these minigames. Bro, Kuro has just stopped doing these. Bro, and I have never been happier since. Bro, they stopped doing the tower defenses, they stopped doing the vampire survivors, they stopped doing all these weird fucking goofy-ass, goo-goo-ass, dog shit minigames, bro. They just focus on the core gameplay. The tower defense in Wuwa was fucking shit too, bro. Bro, I almost quit I almost like didn't fully do the tower defense event in Wuwa. Bro, some of the stages took like 10 minutes and then like you would fail them because one guy would come in and one-shot you. And then you'd have to do it all over again. Bro, oh my god, I almost had a mental breakdown. I've never gotten closer to a mental breakdown playing this game than during that tower defense event.
Run this mini game ever again, I'm so serious.
And if Wuwa did it, guys, Genshin could do it too. Imagine Genshin. Imagine the world where Genshin doesn't have any more minigames. You guys know that meme where it's like a utopia and like it's like green trees and like futuristic buildings and like flying cars and shit like that? That's like the world if Genshin stops doing these goofy goo-goo ass minigames.
Which really just says everything that you needed to hear, right? And then you have this second mode which is like a color matching shooter or something. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it is essentially a game made for complete babies. It is brain dead content, and I can't describe it more accurately than that. It is so brain dead, in fact, that I've seen people coping and defending it, saying that it is just easy primo gems, and
you wanna know what else is also easy primo gems? Go beg on the street for money and then go top up in game. I'm not even joking. You would make more in primo gems doing that. Just go outside, go visit your local pond, just go get dirty and then start begging. I'm serious. You'll be like, wow, why did I even bother playing these dog shit events in the first place?
they like it that way. Well,
I can guarantee it. Like, straight up, I will put money on it. Like, and obviously, you gotta, like, try. Like, just don't go outside in, like, your regular clothes and then just start, like, begging. Like, bro, like, actually, like, pretend to be homeless, right? Channel your inner Genocide, and then just, like, go at it, bro.
And again, what's the point? You are getting a low amount of primo gems for wasting your time in a lazy, brain-dead, IQ-lowering minigame. At that point, just
play this minigame enough and you will become homeless.
Ship me the rewards. Just mail them to me. Don't waste my time. But the next game mode, the combat section, completely mirrors that. If the last game mode was brain dead, this one is restricting. You might think that these events give your character some buffs to make you feel powerful. Well, you're right. But this time, those
How could the combat event be bad?
These buffs aren't bonuses, they are more like requirements. Since Not Cry, they have introduced these lunar mechanics.
By the way, if you don't use all of my new lunar characters, you won't be able to clear this lunar event made for the lunar characters.
Special versions of reactions like Bloom turned into Lunar Bloom.
Man, don't you love seeing that in Endgame?
Electrocharged turned into Lunar Electrocharged, and they are tied to the specific hits of the newer limited 5 stars.
Dude, imagine being the Genshin dev that thought of this. Hey guys, I think it's finally time for us to start reworking elemental reactions. It's been about 5 years, Genshin Impact team. What should we do? What if we make them pay for the rework? You're promoted. All right, that had to have been what the discussion was, right?
For the events, if you are using the characters intended for each stage, you get a 60% damage increase. Sounds about right, but what if you don't? You are fighting enemies with health pools that have clearly been inflated to account for that buff. The developers give you these characters to use as trials, but they have designed the stages in a way that using your own established teams without including the same characters that are being trialed feels like a complete chore. One player mentioned the Nefer stage was absolute hell because the game is practically forcing you to play one specific way. And
so the combat stage is not completable without using this team, but at the very least they give you the trial. But then, so the event, instead of being a combat event, it's just an advertisement. It's like one of those paid, bro. This event then is like one of those ads, right? In those free games where you have to watch them and then you get gems. Except this is like an interactive ad. You're not watching it, you're just playing this $3,000 team. They're just giving you a $3,000 team to play, and then at the end of the trial, you get the primo gems. Awesome.
it is just not the good kind of combat events, the kind that lets you use any characters you want, or it doesn't even have to be any character you want, just broader options of characters, you know? To have fun, experiments, and show off your skills perhaps.
Bro, does this look like the most pointless shit ever?
Take me back to the
just when you click the button, everything on the screen dies. You're gonna deal 200,000 damage per shot.
days where people used DPS Barbara to clear bosses, and now it's just using the most recent characters with
Look, isn't this so fun? Look, you're just you're blasting everything.
their premium teams, and that is just so
Sometimes I like to close my eyes and just hold the button. It's fun.
What the fuck?
boring and uninspired. You aren't clearing content because you're good. You are clearing it because you're using the characters they are clearly trying to sell you. Why would they make a flagship event that is just another way to make you feel like your current roster isn't enough?
I don't know how you managed to fuck up combat events. Like in Wuwa, right? They just had a bunch of combat events where, like, yes, they shill a stage for sure, but it's also not even close to required to get good scores and, like, clear the stuff in, like, one try.
But despite the ups and downs of the events, at least new players or those who missed the deadline can still play the story quest after it ends, right?
No.
Because people like the story, and it also gives a free Jehoda, so why not, right? Right? Well, the truth is, you can't. The only way to experience the story is to go to a wiki page or watch a recorded playthrough on YouTube. Sometimes the game makes an important lore point. An essential lore shouldn't be a you had to be there moment, but the developers treat it like a marketing tool instead of a part of the actual game world.
The temporary story thing is a little bit interesting because I guess from the perspective of a lot of these stories don't really matter that much, right? A lot of these stories don't really matter that much. And I feel like the ways that a lot of developers in other games get around it is that they just have like NPCs show up. But in this case, it's like the playable character showing up. So, like, in this situation, it's like you want people to care about the characters and you want people to give a fuck about them, but then you, like, delete content about the characters from the game. Which is like, if they were just NPCs, it wouldn't have mattered that much in the first place. But because you're weaving the playable characters in, then it's like, okay, well, great, you, like, deleted a part of them from the game. I can see why players are upset by that.
It is not like they don't know how to fix this either. Their own sister games, Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact 3rd, have had permanent event archives for a long time.
And that's what you would typically do if the playable characters are involved, but like Genshin just doesn't want to do it for some reason.
They have systems where you can go back and play through old content to get the story and the unique items.
And like, yeah, probably this where waves meet, whatever the fuck they were calling it, right? Probably should have just been NPCs then if they were going to delete it from the game. Or, this is what I think. Maybe the where waves meet, whatever that shit is, wasn't high quality enough to keep permanent, but they like, that's just the type of slot they're putting out. That could be that too.
Might get fewer rewards, but the experience and the gear are still there for you. Why is Genshin not doing this? Because they want you trapped. Because they want you trapped in a FOMO cycle. If you take a break for a month, they are making sure that you are missing out on a lot of things that will potentially never come back. Something like the Festering Desire, the most universally powerful free-to-play weapon in the game. It is a fantastic option for characters like Furina, who is a character released almost 3 years after the weapon was introduced.
I think that more so calls into question, why the fuck was a character introduced for a weapon 3 years after its release? Because that Festering Desire was fucking useless before Furina came out. Just so you guys know, it was trash. Like you would have considered deleting it from your account with how useless it was.
Yep, the weapon is that good for that long amount of time, and it's probably still good now. And guess what? There is no other way to get it other than playing the event during the 1.3 patch.
It was broken on Albedo? No, it wasn't. Are you retarded? You would use Cinnabar's spindle with him. Are you on drugs?
6 years later, there is still no way of getting it. Don't you think that is absurd? And I think it's easy to look at the current backlash and think people are just losing their minds over a bad event, but that is not really it. Rapid capture was just, again, a straw that broke the camel's back. All that
Nah, I don't think rapid capture was the straw that broke the camel's back, Glaive. We gotta go all the way back to the roots. This was Genshin Impact crashing out over 60 polls and 2 new limited characters. Something that they've had happen over 10 plus times, maybe 20 plus times before. The crash out occurs and then people start really diving into all these issues. But why would they do that? Why would they start now hyper-analyzing how greedy the Genshin devs are when they've been operating business as usual for like, in this way for the past 2 years? And then the Cyberpunk collab comes out. People see all the shit going on over there. Wuwa's anniversary, all of that. And then the Genshin update right afterwards. That's been the same as like 20 other updates they've had before. Now's the time they all start crashing out. Nah, bro, this tree over here, Hoyo HQ is currently burning down because of Wuwa. And it's simply Wuwa being the straw that broke the camel's back. And now everyone is letting out all of their grievances with this game. And so I'm happy to see it. I'm excited to see it because now this might finally be an opportunity for the players of Genshin Impact. This might finally be an opportunity for them to actually see some real change. And if the community keeps it up, right? If the community keeps giving a shit ton of engagement to content like this, to takes like this, stuff like that, then it might actually occur for real. And I am of the mindset that once the actual collab launches, the live stream occurs, all of that, there's going to be even more of this Genshin critique. So if you thought it was like a lot right now, believe me when I say this, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like it's only going to get worse or really better in the future.
Pent-up frustration from years of stingy rewards and aggressive monetization is finally exploding. People are shooting guns blazing at everything the game is lacking. They are
good.
Looking at
There's a lot missing.
And more generous competitors and realizing that treating a game like a full-time job just to guarantee one character.
Let me just show you a game that's doing that. Oh, kill him. Oh, Zhang Feng Yi.
Stops making sense entirely. The way the developers are handling this is telling. There is still no official response. Try to voice out your criticism, and you're banned. They are not trying to solve the problems. They care more about how the game looks to outsiders and how it actually feels for the people playing it. And that is just not that good, in my opinion.
And it looks really bad right now compared to so many other games on the market. Do you know how many people are coming back to Wuwa at the moment for the Cyberpunk collaboration? Bro, there are so many. And I can almost guarantee you there are going to be a lot of Genshin Impact players taking a bit of a vacation for the next couple of Genshin updates to go try the game out. So, yeah, we'll just have to see, ladies and gentlemen, just how this story progresses further. But yeah, I really expect this to be an absolute bloodbath in the next coming months.
Back then, you couldn't walk for 10 seconds without finding a puzzle or a chest to unlock. Now we are getting good-looking empty maps and weapon skins instead of actual weapons, with no reruns, of course. It is a literal downgrade. Thankfully, people are finally waking up to the fact that their loyalty is completely one-sided. They are realizing that while they spent years growing attached to this world, the company was busy figuring out how to give them less for more profits.
They've been doing that for 6 months, bro. Just look at this dude. Like, bro, you know what he looks like? This guy looks like a shitty version of Furlova. I just realized that. Their hair color is like the same. Their eye color is like the same. But like, bro actually seems like a shitty version of Furlova.
That is just what I observed.
Like, bro, he actually is.
If you have any comments, leave them down.
Like, dude. If Lohen was like in Wuthering Waves, Furlova would not be evil because she would not have regretted her shit getting blown up.
Down below, I will try to read as much as possible.
Like, Furlova would end up being a hero if this guy was killed in the village.
Don't forget to support the video, share it to other people, smash the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell icon to keep up with my videos, and that is all from me, Glaive Kyo, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!
Awesome vid by Glaive over here. Probably my favorite touch was like all of like this weird shit his like editors were like putting in like the middle. Like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck even is this garbage? But yeah, anyways, really solid stuff. A good breakdown of just how bad the events are in this game. And I think it's a really good, like, sort of setup right before heading into the actual 6.6 version itself. Because believe me when I say this, there's gonna be so much more content to make in this type of, like, environment, in this type of, like, critique, just with, like, all of the new 6.6 stuff. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? The Cyberpunk update is coming out in, like, honestly, like 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks. It's coming out in like 17, 18, 19 days. And there's going to be a lot of pissed off Genshin Impact players when that occurs. So, eagerly awaiting that. Eagerly awaiting more Glaive's content for that moving forward. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.